April May cute. We'll never find out if D ate the bone or not. Whoop. I've got to stay up for a while yet, and I don't really feel like starting the next case. So, time to watch more Third Strike. Everyone's favorite. It's an Oro. My favorite. Oh. Screen's a little cut off on my side too. Oh yeah, instant air stomp. That's me. He dashed through Dudley! I forgot that was possible. Ooh, the stamina house on the throw bait. That was actually super good. Oro's a little awkward when it comes to opening opponents up. You get a nice mix-up off of a jump in, but your throw presence is really bad, because both of Oro's throws have no sort of pressure after them. Additionally, the forward throw doesn't do very much damage, and the back throw leaves you literally full screen, although you can chase it in a little bit. Whoa, wake up EX stomp. Dudley jumped baiting a, EX uppercut. He did probably jump into parry. But what, could have happened there. Ooh, nice parry. The taunt? That was a weird thing to do. That was a car throw. I heard the noise. Or it only makes that noise if he does hard kick car throw. Oh, that's my setup. He stole it. The best throw game in Third Strike? I don't know. Probably Chun-Li if you count, like, everything. If you count just raw throw range, it's probably Q with his Kara throw, but his movement is bad. So it'd probably be more like Alex with a decent Kara throw, but like a better ability to actually like pressure you with the throw. In terms of like looping throws, it's probably Dudley or Ken. Ken stays closer after a throw than Dudley does. Dudley's forward throw like doesn't leave him point blank. So probably Ken has the best throw game. If you want to like just look at raw like best like most throws in a row or most like repeatable throw pressure, it's Ken. But it's really more of a culmination of his other tools that make his throws work repeatedly. Yeah, look at that. He did the jab setup. He didn't hit Yun midair. Whether that works or not actually depends on whether or not you start with a or the timing and whether it's possible at all change based on what your front rock is. The rocks have two different hitbox sizes and it's chosen randomly. You'll either get a big rock or a small rock. There's like 5 different objects you can get, and like 3 of them are small rocks and 2 of them are big rocks, I think. The hydrant's small. The actual stone is... There's 2 different stones, I think. One of them's big. I don't remember. Oh, he did a special chicken for Yun in the corner, though. I've never tried that on Yun. I do that on Shotos now. The Shoto chicken combo is pretty precise. So in the corner, you can do an early stand strong into a hard stomp, rather than a late stand strong into a medium stomp. And that's easier to do. Ooh, strong starter. Should get beefy damage out of this. He's doing no palms at all. Or is really funky to juggle, so I would be surprised if that was just like a safety combo. Block strings into shoulder are less good than you would think. They shook out after one hit. Stand strong, instant air, or super jump. Instant air dive kick. I mean, not dive kick, double jump. Oh, ooh! Oh, he went for it. That was cute. You can pick up more of the chicken there. Anyway, I don't use that on twins, but it might actually be really good because they're a little bit precise to juggle in the corner. I think they have Shoto timing in the corner, but you can't juggle them with chicken at all mid-screen unless they're already airborne. Taunt? Yep. I think that was a punish, but it was still okay. Yun had to punish with dash punch. He didn't have a better punish than that, which meant he couldn't do like shoulder into super. Best character to learn Third Strike meta with. It depends on who you're trying to play. Ooh. These are easier on Q than all other characters. And that ender is Q specific, I think. Or like it doesn't work on most characters. Q is a big wide boy. He's the absolute widest character when falling. If you want to be an Aura player, you should just play Aura. If you want to be a Ken player, you should play Ken. If you want to be a Chun-Li player, you should play Chun-Li. The best character to learn the game's fucking mechanics is whatever character you want to end up playing. That's how it is on almost all fighting games. You can play a low-tier character in this game. Look, there's a Q on screen. Q's not good. One of the fucking best players of this entire fucking game played Q as a main. Ibuki's like got near 5-5 matchups against the whole cast. She's probably the most balanced character in the game. Her mix-ups are pretty damn pure. And she's got like good normal versatility. Although she lacks in range a little bit. The most annoying thing about her is she's got the teeny tiniest throw range in the whole game. Okay, the actual most annoying thing about her is fucking close jab can whiff on some characters. Oh, was that a medium dash punch? Or was there something else? Was he trying to do like walk-in super? If you're not used to charge characters, Remy's a pretty weird first charge character. He's the most reliant on charge of all the charge moves of all the characters in this game. All the other charge characters don't really need their... No, that's not true. There's Urian. Urian's the most reliant on charge moves. Ooh. Remy almost certainly does more charge moves per round than Urian does. Low short, low forward towards Fierce. You don't usually see the low forward there. Man, Yun's nasty. Yun is honestly a gross character. Disgusting. Huh? Missed the stand Fierce. That's a bad drop. That's not like super tight or anything. Ooh, TC. Stand strong towards Fierce. Towards forward, palm, towards forward. Oh. Oh, he dropped it. I'm pretty sure there was more there. Maybe he got one of the hits after Gane ended and that fucked him up. As long as you're in Gane, you can't build juggle potential, juggle points. But once Gane ends, it starts building normally again. Whoa. EX dash punch, you don't see that almost ever. I don't know if it was a criminal or a civil charge that was brought against him, but he like apparently like molested some teenage girls. But I don't know what the actual charge was. I don't think they were too young. They were like, weren't they like 17 or something? But I don't know what the age of consent is in Japan anyway. It might have just been that they didn't want it. I don't know the story very well. She can punish. That didn't punish. That wasn't the safest punish to take. She could have just done like stand strong dash punch. The problem is that wouldn't have run very much time. If she got the Karakusa off, then she would have been able to run the entire Genei-jin. But most of Makoto's combos are actually extremely short. She's actually a very... She's not a combo character at all. She honestly plays like a grappler. Super duper short combos into unsafe things. And a very powerful, potent command grab. Also lots of HP. She's got the same HP as Ryu and Ken. You don't really have to confirm Genei-jin in any way. It's not that kind of move. Like, it's good in neutral. Its neutral applications are more busted than its combo applications, to be honest. Ooh, very nice. And a decent punish. No way to combo overhead into anything, even if the opponent's crouching. That's towards forward overhead. You can combo a universal overhead into stuff, but it's precise. I think you need good spacing or particular opponents. Wow, nice tick. That was actually super good. Super? Yeah. That combo doesn't work on everyone, but it's like your best juggle on twins. You can either do double overhead on twins, or you can do one overhead into a straight dash punch, which leaves him... It does less damage, but it leaves the twin farther away, giving you a better taunt setup. And also the straight dash punch cancels the super, so if you've got a super, you can do that, which is what we just saw. Wow, defensive car throw. Slappy slap slap. Oof. Repeatedly jumping in Q's face. If he doesn't have Super 2 stocked, it's very hard for him to meaningfully hurt you for doing that. Like just jumping up in front of him. Especially if you're fucking Yum with your dive kick. I want to know about the charges against infiltration. What's all going on there? Cool ender. I love upkick ender. They probably ruled him mentally incompetent to stand trial. Because he's like an actual fucking otaku. And I don't mean like a... Ooh, that was a good ass parry. I don't mean otaku like nerd culture. I mean otaku like fucking mentally damaged. That only got one hit of the dash punch, so that probably didn't scale too much. Since I think it's purely based on number of hits and not based on what the attack is in this game. Hikikomori is another word that I could have said. But otaku in Japanese means someone who doesn't leave the house. Well, it just means house, but the rest of it's implied. And it's treated like a mental illness. Used synonymously with a mental illness. That was completely the wrong combo. I'm pretty sure Staying Fierce into EX dash punch into follow up would have killed there. Also, that was a really bad punch on the super one. I thought Xiaohai was Footsie's incarnate. Xiaohai, I'm the best at moving all while fighting game players. You don't see that stutter almost ever. You more often see Yang cancel that TC into super. Yan doesn't do it very often at all. It's not a bad starter for Gene. It's safe, it's plus, I think. You never see it, but you can cancel palm into super, I think. And I think that's like the beefiest starter Young can do. The beefiest starter that's actually practical is like close medium kick canceled to Gene. I'm pretty sure close medium kick just naturally super cancels. But theoretically, even if it didn't, you could super jump cancel super it. But I'm pretty sure you don't need to do that. I don't think it special cancels. I didn't know until... well, I've known for a while now. But it was a long time before I learned that Chun-Li's Stam Renos didn't super cancel. It just super jump canceled, and you have to use the super jump to get the super cancel. So it's got a unique super motion. Whoa. That was a good play. No super cancel. I think that works mid-screen. The super would have killed there. It might be corner only, and I just don't know. That car throw, we got to see the range of it because it whiffed. It doesn't super cancel, so whenever we see medium kick into super cancel, they do in super jump cancel stuff. That's cool. No, that's not super hard in this game. It depends on what character you play. Or it depends on the timing that you're used to, I guess, would be more accurate. Because I get Chun-Li's like most of the time, but I'm not great at it. I don't get it every time. But Oro, I do super jump cancel super all the fucking time. Off stand strong. And you can tell when that activates correctly because the super you can't get a cancel at the super from outside the super window. I do that with Oro and I nail it fucking every time I go for it. But with Chun-Li, my success rate isn't actually that good. It's like, okay, it's better than 50%. Nice parry, very safe combo afterwards. Yun doesn't get huge damage. Like, theoretically, he could have done, like, low strong up kicks or something like that. Almost always after a parry, Yun players just go for normal into dash punch cancel. Because you don't really want to use meter as Yun, and dash punch is very reliable after a canceled normal. And it's also very executionally easy to do after a parry. I mean, you can do a shortcut, which is what most people do, which is probably what you'd expect it to be. Which is quarter circle forward, up forward, and then another quarter circle forward. Or you can do the up forward on the second one, it doesn't really matter. Whatever you're more comfortable with. Yeah, I saw that. I saw he posted like a big one recently, but I don't remember the exact combo. Stand short's pretty good normal for Yun. Oh, that was a punish. Really good with punish. Taking the punish and then activating Gene is like honestly just as good as doing a Gene punish. Like activating Gene and then punishing. You really lose nothing by activating Gene after a knockdown compared to like activating it in your punish. Like you have an opportunity to do jab short strong into Gene activate and then your full combo from there. But instead of doing that, if you just do like stand strong dash punch and then activate Gene after you knock them over, like you probably end up with the same damage. Or pretty close to it. It's just so hard to contest Gene. He went for the parry there, I think. That's why that pause. But the punch never hit him. Very nice parry, very nice punish. There's no like significant threat of a high attack there. I mean a low attack. So that ooh, that was good. That was a good bait. That high parry was lowish risk. It's not super low risk because the opponent can still just do like a high poke at a different timing that hits your parry. Great mid-screen combo. Oh. Resets are... I don't know. It depends. If it's like a mid-air reset, you never get your scaling reset. So I don't like those so much. But if they put the opponent back on the ground with like an air normal, and then immediately command grab them or something like that, that usually pays off nicely. I like when I see players do that. Honestly, Gene is so dominant. I've had Oro's fucking EX uppercut just beaten raw by fucking just Gene normals. It's got the hit priority of a super. What the actual fuck are you supposed to do to get out of that throw? That's why no one does anything about it. It's like, what are you actually supposed to do? Are you supposed to jump on that throw? You're supposed to hold up as soon as Yun fucking throws you there? That opens you up so much because you never know when the throw's coming. There's always a fucking series of normals that he can confirm out of. Literally almost all players just allow themselves to get thrown, but that kind of sucks if the Yun knows that and he just like just goes for the throw immediately because then he gets a decent amount of damage out of the Gene. Gene would be almost, it would still be busted, but it would be almost fair if he couldn't command grab during it because the rest of his mix-up is not so bad. He can't do anything to prevent you from parrying it towards forward. That's probably the best thing about Gene for the opponent. Is that even with Gene up, towards forward is only one parry and it can't be cancelled. Because he's mid-air, he can't cancel its other attacks. Universal Overhead is not throw invulnerable frame 1. And basically the throw happens almost as soon as you lead block's done. So you won't get midair in time. The lows are all like chaining, so you can't even like get an attack out. You can't even lead block. I mean, you can lead block by releasing down, and then you'll just start getting hit. Releasing that back. Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do on any of this? It's such a mess. Genai's such a mess. You just have to beat Yun in the other parts of the round. Which is actually not that hard because his HP is pretty low. And it's not like he can just Genai infinitely. He's only Genaiing half the time. He's still a really strong character with nice options though. But you can't attack without opening yourself up in third strike. God, he's playing this so well, it's nasty. This is some gross ass Yun, honestly. This whole video has just been a really disgusting Yun. Just wrecking everyone. Feels bad, man. I've seen that. How about the double up kick combo on Q? If you do a very slow TC on Q, the jab short strong TC, and then cancels up kick, he'll only get hit by the second hit of light up kick. And then you can juggle another up kick. It's meterless, and I think it's max damage off of your punch DC. But it is Q only. Ooh. Radar dash punch. If he parries that kind of dive kick, he can super punish it. Those dive kicks are risky. Oh, this could kill. Overhead dash punch, straight dash punch, super. He didn't go for it. Just the low. He was trying to mix it up with just the slappy hands. He was like, Yun is forced to parry slappy hands here, so I'll just tag him with a low short. I think you have to high parry slaps. It was just trying to use a safe mix up to like, oh, the red! He did the red! High quality players. Ooh. No super cancel. I think it's fair to assume that it doesn't work mid-screen. Slaps doesn't cancel to super, and it's a damn shame because it'd be nice. I mean, the entire purpose of slaps even existing is that he can do good damage without charge. Ooh. He can complete combos without charge would be more accurate. Cool. Very cool ender. Parrying there doesn't freeze you on at all because it's the same as if you... When you parry an attack, it doesn't prevent the opponent from canceling the attack. And Yun can cancel all normals into all other normals during Genai. So you don't actually freeze him. Most parries have been associated with freeze. Oh, that was cool as fuck. Second hit, up kick. Into low strong into up kick. That was really cool. Oh yeah, the other grimy thing about Yun. How fucking fast that super meter builds. Let's give the second best super meter in the game the second shortest super fucking bar length in the game. Gene is maybe the best super in the game. It depends on who you ask. The contender is Aegis. I generally don't love fighting Yun. I don't like fighting. I like fighting Shotos. I don't. Makoto's usually fine to fight, but a good Makoto's kind of annoying. Dudley's okay. Yun and Yang are a pain for Oro. Pretty much everyone else I enjoy fighting. Love fighting Alex, love fighting Necro, love fighting Remy. Love fighting Ryu. Love fighting fucking Urien. Urien's my favorite. I don't like Ibuki that much, I guess. Fighting other auras is stressful, but it might just be the fact that I'm playing the mirror is stressful. I don't know if it's the actual matchup itself that's stressful. That was a really unsafe dash punch. He could have been punished by stand forward super. Where are the super cancels? Okay, I guess I understand why I didn't do it that time. He's just like, I'm gonna win this round. This Q is picking the super and he's not doing it. Or Urien is the strongest matchup in almost any fighting game I've ever played. It's my favorite by far. There's so much depth to it. And the characters are super well matched against each other. There it is. It does work mid-screen. I don't remember if that resets struggle potential or if it just adds tiny amounts to it. It might reset it. He did 2 taunts anyway. Ooh, weird juggle. Super 2 gives you time for 2 taunts if you just forgo the juggle. Or Urien is like a standalone reason to play third strike. It's that good of a matchup. Almost all of the characters' tools work on each other. So you get really interesting creative depth to it. And then the characters also try to land the same bullshit against each other. But they have radically different ways of doing it. You still get the retarded corner pressure on both sides. You still get the cross-up unblockables on both sides. You still get the fucking highly neutral-oriented gameplay on both sides, but then parries into big damage juggles on both sides. They've got a similar fireball. It's weird how analogous they are. Because they didn't intend for anything like that. Aura's supposed to be a weird sort of analog to Akuma, but he's not supposed to be like Akuma, he's supposed to be the opposite of Akuma. But the only way that's really referenced is the fireball. Both Goken and Oro have pretty similar fireballs, and the reason for that is because Akuma's really famous for his signature attack, which is an air-to-ground fireball. So Oro, who's supposed to be the corresponding character, and Goken, who's supposed to be the corresponding character, both have ground fireballs that go upward. Makoto's been dropping that. It's really not that hard, I get it all the time. Very nice. That has upper body invincibility if memory serves. It won't hit crouching characters at all, I think, unless it's a big crouching character. But I'm pretty sure the only way to beat it, if it's used anti-air, is to just parry it. which for the record does give you like max damage punishes. Wow, really? I wonder how many people have gotten into third strike. Probably a respectable number. Probably contributed to the phenomenon to some degree. That was a very good third strike set, to be honest. Me and him both like are good at the matchup, and we both are good at like the player knowledge. We're both like good at knowing what each other do. So we had like we had a pretty decent depth of gameplay together, and we were going back and forth on the wins. And both the characters were being played at a very high level. So overall, it was like a, you know, great replay, I guess. Cool, he got the ender that time. That's like the first time we've seen him complete it. He's like fucked it up a little bit every time. He wanted close forward but got far forward. Ooh, that could have been confirmed to super. That was a red? What the fuck? Timeout. He actually blocked the first hit, but... So the thing is, there's a little point in that animation, EX dash punch, where Yun goes from doing the first hit to the second hit. Like, once he travels a certain amount of distance. It's like the first hit's active non-stop, and then once he travels a certain amount of distance, the first hit ends and the second hit becomes active. So what happened here is that Q is standing the perfect distance away that the first hit is right about to end, and the second hit is right about to start. So he actually blocks the first hit and then red parries the second hit, but it's only like a frame apart. That's hilarious. If you get hit by that up close, the two hits are like decently far apart. There's the reset that we were discussing. Looked like it paid off for him a little bit. In a perfect world, after going for that reset, you'd immediately get a command grab. Then you get a pretty short combo into your fucking KO ender and get a good amount of meter. Maybe not your KO ender against Makoto. You got up kick enders against her. Ooh, stand jab whiffed. Stand jab's the starter for your fucking jab TC, close jab. It works on crouching Makoto, but I think it was her real box. That's something that happened in SF4 as well. They killed it in SF5. In SF5, you're okay. Oh, he dropped the stand strong. Nice pickup. Look how much meter he got. By the time Makoto woke up, Yun already had half his bar back. Towards medium kick is not a common normal in this game. It's unsafe to parry because she could be doing towards roundhouse, which is also not common in this game. But really, it's just the chances of you successfully doing either one before getting hit. There's just a very high chance you're going to get counter hit by fucking anything on your way in. Because both of them are fucking slow. It's not really a danger of being parried, it's just a danger of like, you know, how the fuck are you going to let this move resolve? Nice. I think towards roundhouse might be unsafe. I don't know, it's got a lot of pushback. Doesn't it? I don't remember. Towards medium kick I'm pretty sure is safe. I think they're both minus. Ooh. You can also block both of them, you know, low. It's only a mix-up if you're trying to parry. Nice. The fact that Q has 3 different dash punches with 3 different timings is kind of nice for him. Even though the low dash punch fucking sucks. It lets him sneak in the overhead one every now and then if the people are trying to like block or just even anticipate the high one. Doing the overhead one is pretty easy. There's the reset, but he never let Q land, so the scaling never got reset. Low parry into nothing. Trying to anticipate a dash punch or something. That little shoulder can be parried low or high, and you can also react to it. That was the low dash punch. I see that once a year. Q players never do it on purpose. I think this Q just did it on purpose. Got him. It didn't catch, motherfucker. That was like, I thought it would hit the foot. The thing is that super's really fast, and it only has invincibility till it hits. And it actually, I think it hit mid-air before Young could fall into it. That super has 1 frame startup post freeze. You can combo it after anything that's +2, I think. Which is actually not that many moves on Q. Yon's actually unstoppable. Ooh, very optimal. Very optimal. Cool. He had a super cancel there. You could tell Chun-Li wasn't really sure he hit Yon on the ground. The confirm doesn't give you much time to confirm the opponent is standing versus airborne. And close round also will hit both, but the super won't juggle properly on airborne. I don't even think that combos. Nope, it all comboed. Bunch of low shorts combos for Chun-Li in every other game, I think. Can't compare sf3 actually. Yun's playing the neutral really strong. Get a combo here? No, he went for it. It was crouching Chun, so the combo was a lot more feasible. Very nice. I don't know if that's a red or a blue. It was a super confirm. A lot of super confirms are 2-hit attacks. Where you cancel the second hit after confirming the first hit. Like Ken's turret combo. Or Chun-Li's back fierce fireball. Stuff like that. Or close strong is one such attack. If you block the first hit, the opponent's still doing the second hit. So you can often block the first hit and then red parry the second hit. Make it unsafe. You're using their own confirm against them. By showing you the first attack, you can react to the first attack and then red parry the second attack. You wouldn't normally be able to react to Ken's close fierce, but if you see close strong, you can potentially tap forward. That was weird. He missed his dash punch and then he just stood there. He might have had time to taunt. Oof, big damage. Young could still easily win this. I feel bad saying that. That's the world we live in. Cool. That double dash punch actually works on a ton of characters. That was probably the beta throw. It looked like tap down then release, which is throw immune for Q and also a low parry for Q. But the timing on the way he did it made it look like he was trying to use the throw immunity. I don't know. It could have just been a low parry as well. We'll never find out because it just worked. He got the low forward. You don't see many Q players try and use the throw invincibility on purpose. What the fuck is that? Oh, is he just trying to waste? No. No way. I was going to say he's using the hard knockdown or the command grab to waste Gene time. But that doesn't make any sense. Because doing the juggle would also waste like an equal amount of Gene time, but also do a bunch of damage to Yon. It has to be a fuck up. What for the red missed it? It's an execution error because he got hit crouching. Jump back, fucking, oh. I was gonna say jump back super. Technically Q could have beaten that pressure with a super, but he had to do the super in the entire super motion without getting hit, which was a very tall order. He had to do this super motion really fucking fast and at a time where Yun wasn't getting like constant hits. It had to be during a break of Yun's pressure. Not very feasible. Not gonna work 9 times out of 10. Good damage on that. Ooh, using the meter. You get better combos on wide characters after a command grab. Makoto is the widest character in the entire game. Unusual distinction. Makoto is a nice wide boy. You're left closer to wide characters after you cross them up. I love this Q, but I wish he could do it. I feel like he can only do it if he gets lucky with his supers. This is a damn good start, though. Oh, that was... that... I don't know. That might have been tapping down to be throw immune. I didn't see the actual down tap. It's the standing. I didn't see it. It might have been Yun just picking the wrong fucking version. Or throwing too early. But it might have been the standing throw immunity. He might have crouched for like a frame on wake up and then stood. Nice. That one for sure. It's looking like this is the time. Still possible. Still good for Q, I would say, overall. Oh. This won't kill him, though. It's like an even matchup right now. Oh, Young got it. That was pretty daring. He got a taunt out of that, too. Oh, here's another one. Ah, and the super. He gets a taunt here as well. 2 of them. Pepe just one. Yeah, because he was so close. Usually the super leaves you a lot farther away. But because Yum was cornered, he wasn't going to bounce that far away. So, Q felt unsafe taking both supers. Or maybe he saw opportunity in it. Maybe he was like, oh, I can get a mix-up on Young because I'm so close to him. The Un finally got dethroned. Five hit super. If we see 6 hits, then it's he got the link. Surprised he didn't throw a rose. I would have. Oh, technically winnable. Not easy. Nice. At the end of the day, both of them got meter out of that. Huh? What was the low jab? What did it all mean? He did the light dash punch. I mean the light command grab. He did the one that leaves the opponent all close to him. I didn't know this for ages, but Q's 3 different command grabs have 3 different trajectories that they leave the opponent. That's the light one. I think that might have been the heavy one. Different follow-ups are easier or harder depending on which one you do. Like, you can do the hard slaps after the light one, but it's impossible after the heavy one. But yeah, X-Dash Punch is hard after the light one, but very easy after the heavy one. Stuff like that. Depends on what you're trying to land. You can juggle a raw super after the light one, but not the heavy one, I think. Raw super 2. Q's other 2 supers don't really work that great in juggles. Well, I guess super 3 does, if you're already activated. Technically speaking, Q can do, if the opponent's cornered, Q can do command grab and then dash punch and super cancel the dash punch. High connect dash punch, straight dash punch, and then super cancel it, and then he can juggle the quarter circle forward punch after the dash punch. Like, he can activate and then immediately juggle the ender. But that's actually not that strong. Super 3 is pretty neat because it does give him that command grab, and the hit is not, it's not impossible to confirm. It doesn't take anything away from him. When you compare that to similar supers like Oro Super 1, Oro Super 1 removes all your punches, which is pretty obnoxious. But Q just gets 2 new commands. He gets quarter circle forward punch and quarter circle forward kick, while still having all his tools. The meter really doesn't last long enough. That's like the main issue with it. And also his other 2 supers are too good. Supers are actually one of the areas where Q doesn't suffer. They're alright. They're not great, but they're alright. They're both like 6 out of 10 supers. 1 and 2. He's got decent confirming options into them, and they're both pretty rewarding to land. Yeah, I've seen that happen. You can do it on the Rose too. There's like a hitbox that shows up. He like clashes with the thingy parries. If it trades, he doesn't get knocked. His super doesn't end either. But it's hard for it to trade with stuff because it's got super priority, so it mostly just trades with other supers. And that, of course, doesn't happen often. You can see that in combo videos. You can see like videos of fucking Q Super 2 trading with Necro's Electric Storm, which does the full explosion damage to Necro, but Q keeps the super activated. And not only that, but because he trades with 1 hit of a very low hit stun attack, he can then juggle like a dash punch and then juggle another instance of the super. He can land 2 supers off the same fucking activation. Great for combo videos. Probably not too practical in match. Parrying the rose like almost is worse than blocking it. Hmm. She couldn't quicksand though because it was a super knockdown. She got out of the corner and she dodged all the follow-up pressure, so it was very fortunate for her that she fell out the way she did. Dudley has setups where he deliberately sets the super to hit like that, and if it gets like the really high connect like that, he can then juggle into things like a low strong, which then cancels into another super one, and technically speaking he can get his max damage combos off of that, but it costs 2 full super meters of your super one, and it only stocks 2 super meters, so it literally costs all your bar. To boot, it's kind of hard, I mean, to add on. To boot. It's also hard to, you know, your main launch is fucking an EX move, so it's hard to have 2 meters during a juggle. You also have Crouch Roundhouse as a launcher, though. And a few other very niche things. Mid-air connective stuff. Ooh, great parry, great punish. Huh? Oh, no, that makes sense. That's the way it's supposed to go. I never do that, so I forget. All Oro's meterless uppercuts are an instant JP6. Or more. They're a JP some number above 6. I don't know the actual number. It's like hard to know. It's not unknowable, but it's like you would need a trade to know. Or like a fucking game data viewer, hex viewer or something, I don't know. But basically if you do any meterless uppercut as Oro and then super cancel them, the opponent will not be juggleable. EX uppercut, however, only inflicts like JP3. And if you activate like, well, the only super you can activate off an EX uppercut is Booger. But then Booger will juggle some of the extra hits, which Aura can then combo out of. Unfortunately, Booger also adds naturally to the JP. Well, it's not unfortunately, that's the entire premise that is Infinite works on. But a lot of supers reset JP, but that one does not. Oros does not. Aura Super 2. Dudley Super 1 resets JP, I think. I don't like that universal overhead. Dudley can confirm a raw towards forward into super if he wants. He can't combo out of it besides that, I don't think. Besides TCs. He's got towards forward, stand fierce, I think. He's got a chain. What a knowledgeable comment. It's probably low-ish. It's more than 5. Remember, Ryu's hard uppercut inflicts fucking 15. Someone like looked in the game's code to get that number, which means you have exactly 1 frame to juggle the opponent before they become invincible. Or it's 2 rather. It's like 2 but not 3. Which is why SA2 works, but SA, like his other SAs don't. It's because SA2 is the only one that's fast enough. I know Auras towards strong does exactly 6. I know all of Auras Air normals do exactly 3. Except Jump Fierce, which does exactly 3 twice. I know all universal overheads in the game do exactly 1. I know most of the important ones. Aura Stand Brownhouse is 1. Aura Stand Medium Kick is 1. think. What else does he juggle with? Close stand strong is 1 for the first hit, then 3 for the second hit. That's the really, really important one that every aura player needs to know. It's the premise of his entire combo system. Couldn't tell you low forward. You can juggle into low forward, but only on Alex and Chun-Li. No juggle here. Crota setup? No, just a regular ass overhead. They still got a really solid 50-50 there. Oh, he tried to get there in time, but he couldn't. The booger like partially shields your hitbox. Not your hitbox, but like your animations. So it's kind of hard to see what I was doing. The startup of his overhead is like obscured by the booger. Went for the red. It turns out that Dudley's EX short swing blow, the entire thing is only -3. So if you don't red parry the last hit, it's safe unless you're fucking Ken. -3 with good pushback. Is that a punish? Probably, right? That's like a decently fast special. I think it's like 7 frames or something. Might be faster than that even. Yeah, Dudley's like -7 there. Ish. Maybe a little more. And that was a reversal. All those numbers were like plus or -2, I think. I'm guessing by the fact that he did an EX combo, there was no human way to land super there. I don't think he's land super very often in this matchup, to be honest. Oh! Okay. Damn, that Yun just lost once and he bounced. He hasn't been in the video since he... Oh, no, this is the sequel video, isn't it? Well, even in the last video, the Yun, once he lost, he was just gone. I don't know if this video is continuous from the last one. It might be. I don't even go for that. I hate that shit. I hate going for a punish and getting parried. In the lab, I can red parry Dudley's Super 3, but it's pretty damn hard to match. I don't get many opportunities to practice it either. I don't find myself blocking it very often. The parry is really easy if you can get one parry. It's probably one of the easiest attacks in the entire game to parry. That's like 5 hits, that is. You know, that's not one hit. The parry rhythm is super straightforward. And if you parry the whole thing, the punish window is pretty big, so even if you don't know how many hits you have to parry, you'll still get the punish. Aura has a hard time punishing that super compared to a lot of characters. That's gonna get stuffed? No, I didn't. Still, there was nothing doing there. But stand fiercing towards fierce are pretty great in this game. As you would expect. Serranos is also pretty great. I like to say Dudley has like the best collection of normals in the game. Although Chun-Li is also a solid candidate. It depends on what you consider to be good normals. Chun-Li has a lot of shitty normals. Like, yeah, stand fierce is pretty good. Close fierce is great. Or rather back fierce. Ooh, the juggle. Yeah, no juggle there. Once you get the 2 air normals, you're at 6. Chun-Li's low forward is awesome. Close forward and far forward are next to useless. Besides for Akara. That super's like instant, but I didn't think it would hit the Rose, and I figured the Rose would then hit him. The hitbox is the thing that surprised me. The Rose got hit by the super. Or else it would have just hit him once invincibility wore out, because his invincibility doesn't last very long at all. Considering the angle that it was over him, I just didn't think it would get hit. That was kill. That was also kill. Got the after game super. So Hardy mashed that shit. Hey, good morning. I'm shifting over to morning schedule tomorrow. I'm gonna have to wake up at 6 a.m. Go to work at 6 a.m. rather. So I'm gonna need to be up way before that. Not looking forward to it. Oh no. Time to get your revenge in today's Bath Cup. Getting Dudley'd. Ooh, that could have been so much bigger than it was. Didn't matter. I wonder what character I'm going to play in today's Bath Cup. Probably mostly Makoto. Probably going to try and have a Makoto run. I promised to swear off characters who I've won with. But last week I like won half with Elena and half with Evilry, and I'm not sure which one of them I'm supposed to swear off. And also I just kind of want to keep playing Elena because I like her. But I think I'm going to spend a few weeks playing other characters. DJ's a very serious candidate in Omega. But I didn't actually research him that much. Yes, because it's in Street Fighter 4 as well. The move is called Thunderbolt. It's like a borderline of novelty. It's one of the only examples I can think of in the entire Street Fighter series of special moves being deleted. Between versions of the same game. When characters get overhauled, they occasionally lose tools. I shouldn't say occasionally. It happened a decent amount in SF5. Ken's Crazy Kicks got deleted. Well, he still has them for every version of SF2, right? But he lost them in subsequent games. Where he lost his donkey kick. Very nice. It's kind of scary to do that too, because like Dudley can super cancel. So he can like use his invincible super to interrupt whatever you do after your parry. But Q went straight for an invincible move of his own. Dudley's would probably win though. I don't know actually. Both of them only have single digits of invincibility. I know in my heart of hearts that if Q ever made it to another fighting game, that back strong would actually be a good anti-air normal. It's got a nice hitbox in this game, but the hurtbox is as tall as it looks to be, which makes it hard to use. It's also not that fast. It also doesn't do very much damage. Got a host of weaknesses. Most of Q's normals are pretty mediocre. I didn't know Ibuki could duck those. Oro can. Chun-Li can, I think. Elena can, I think. I didn't know Ibuki was on that list of characters that can duck dash punches. Ibuki's crouch is low, but it's usually not so low that it helps her dodge things. If the opponent can duck dash punches, that's insanely annoying for Q, to be honest. Oh, that would have hit a normal jump, but the knife through paused midair. That was very nice. Hard to live here. Standing, she's tied for shortest character, or I don't know if she's tied, but she's like up there with like twins and Oro. But crouching, she's a little bit taller than some other crouching characters. I want to say Oro's #1 shortest when crouching. He has the most wonkiness associated with this hitbox. He has true low profile while just chilling, holding down. Meeting him midair is normally really good. That's cute. He got some meter out of that. He already had full meter, I think. That did nothing. He dodged chip, I guess. That super actually does decent chip, so it's worth it to parry some hits if you can help it. That's unsafe. That might have been a punish. Ibuki didn't actually have anything amazing to do there that I can think of. Oh, he went for the multiple parries, but he did it too fast. Parry to air throw. Oro can do that too. Oro can also upset people who do it by doing air fierce, which is 2 hits. So he's got some good air-to-air options. Oro, I would generally say that Oro's got the best air-to-airs in the game. Although the 12 is a genuine candidate. The extremely high jump angle plus the normal that goes quite a bit below him and jump forward. Both work very well to Oro's advantage. Combine the fact that he can stop midair and then bounce in any fucking direction. I like this activate. Oh. That was actually pretty committal. Oro could have done dash into block and he would have been able to punish that. That was it. Tap down to dodge the throw. That was deliberate. Oh my god, remember what I was saying? He was probably, that was to catch a parry. That attack's unparry. No, you can parry that attack. Should've been right, what the fuck? That was weird. Maybe he was on the side he didn't expect to be on. Oh, later. That autocorrects. In fact, there's an unblockable associated with that. If you throw the knife so that it goes forward and then she turns around midair, then if then initial knife she throws still hits, then the her super will hit first, and then the initial knife will hit as an unblockable. It'll give you that like projectile hitting on one side, projectile hitting on the other nonsense. It'll give you the hitting on both sides nonsense. Ibuki is the secret fourth character who has an unblockable. Most people know about Urian's. A lot of people know about Oro's. Certain people know about Seiya and Yang. But actually, Ibuki has an unblockable too. Those are all four of them in the game, I think. I don't think anyone else has an unblockable. I do that on Ibuki players. Decent success rate. I also do it on twin players. This is how I play this matchup. I just head the fuck in. I've got an advantageous mix-up if I'm guessing from up close, but if I'm guessing from afar, it's ugly. So I just fucking face roll my way next to her. Get next to her by any means necessary. Whoa, that's weird. I think I've seen at least one other example of that. 12 has that, I suppose. 12 has a normal crouching hurtbox, but if he's holding straight away, he'll have a low profile hurtbox, because he's fucking wacky ass walking animation. And if he's in pre-guard, if he's in his fucking guard frames, he won't be low profile. But if he's not in his pre-guard frames, he will be low profile. I think there's some quirks to his pre-guard because of that. I wouldn't be surprised if Raptor and Darkstalkers had that too. Since Raptor's got a similar thing going on with his little crawl. Zabon. Surprised he didn't super cancel that, I would've. Oh, he used the meter. Ooh. A lot of meter out of this. Yeah, it's full chicken. That's max meter build. Is it Zabon? It's not Zabon. What is it? Zebel? No. What the fuck is his name in Japanese? Oh, he did too. I don't like that he swept. He should have done a cross-up. Cross-up medium kick was way better. Dudley couldn't super to get his way out of that, and he also couldn't duck to get out of that. He also couldn't jump without going for an ass ton of parries. There was no reason Oro shouldn't have jumped over and done jump medium kick, which would have hit as an unblockable and set up an infinite. You tried to super it. That's the right play. Yeah. Zabel, perhaps. Once Bath playthrough of Final Fantasy IV, I've been having an inkling to play that game again. A feeling, rather. Ugh, that's nasty. Stand strong, whiff song, ducking Dudley. I've had that happen to me. Dudley can interrupt. It's stand fierce. Everyone else is inconsistent. Dudley was good to try and interrupt, but he picked the wrong thing, which makes me wonder how often he does it. He was smart to know there was an interrupt there. Uppercut into super is not safe. Woo. It's safe if it's Super 3, I think. But Super 2 has a lot more startup. Oh, it's over. Yeah, even if Dudley parried that, Oro could just do either another super or a command grab. The hit grab. And Dudley can't do anything about that except block it. And if he's blocking, he's going to take some block damage from the super. Let's checkmate. Oh yeah. This matchup's really weird because Oro can duck all his best pokes. His own best pokes. But while he's ducking his best pokes... Oh, we got infinite. Why? What? Is he doing the reset? He went for it. That was bad. I don't like that. He had like an unblockable there. Alright. This Oro plays it straight. He's going straight for the regular ass unblockable. And he actually fucked it up. He was greedy, but the screen position forced him to be greedy. Overhead. This an overhead would have been okay there, so it would have low short. Regular overhead, not so common. Anyway, Oro can duck all his best pokes, but all of Oro's crouching normals cause him to take a standing hurtbox. So if you can duck under a stand hard kick and it'll whiff harmlessly, but if you hit any button to try and whiff punish it, you'll just get hit by the stand hard kick. So it creates this really awkward situation where, like, even though they don't hit, it's hard for Oro to do anything about, like, pokes whiffing over his head. You can whiff punish them. You can wait for their active frame stand and then hit a button like low forward to like tag the recovery of the normal. But most of your attacks don't go that far. Not as far as Oro stand medium kick or Oro stand hard kick. That's actually the complete combo for him there. It looked like he dropped the combo, but that's literally all he could get. That was smart. That was an intelligent decision. Use one of your supers to nullify Oros. Meter's not so precious in this match. You get a butt ton of it. What's the downside of using a little bit? Meter build is insane in the mirror. Super 2 against Ken. That's my new strategy. I shifted over to that like only a few years ago, which is pretty recent in the grand scheme of how long I've been playing this game. I used to run Super 3 against Ken all the time. I've like slowly moved over to picking Super 2 in all matchups, except the ones where Super 3 is just outright better, which for me is Twins plus Akuma. On Makoto and Urien, I'm like 50-50 split. I'll pick whatever super I feel like picking. They're like equally good. They're like genuinely equally good in those two matchups. Ew. Nice autocorrect. Autocorrects do still work in Third Strike. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a little telegraphed. Or it's not like telegraphed, but like he was covered, but like I don't know. It's a seeable mix-up. I never like doing empty jump low with Oro. You've got to cancel straight away, and the cancel options you have are really unsafe. The only things Oro has that combo from low forward are his hit grab, which is unsafe, and his uppercut, which is really fucking unsafe. He didn't even pursue a mix-up. He didn't even do anything. That was a punish, I think. I usually dash towards Ken when I see him do that. Sometimes the dash gets it, but Oro's forward dash does low profile, so almost always I just fucking